Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new podcast series in partnership with Lord Fairfax Community College. Having provided higher education and career training for the past half-century, LFCC is tightly interwoven into the fabric of the Northern Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont regions. Join me every week for conversations with current and former students to hear their funny and inspiring stories as we learn about their journey to higher education, the role that LFCC has played, where they are now, and where they plan to go. We'll also talk to current and former professors about their experiences and best memories of LFCC over the past 50 years. Get every single episode as they're released on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for LFCC Stories. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Tuesday, Tourism Tuesday. As you are listening to the show today, we have pre-recorded our conversation, though happily I am with Kary Haun from Shenandoah County Tourism. We're getting a twofer from her this month, but sadly we are not still on Elaine's front porch with the birds chirping in the background. We are in our respective houses.
We are. And I poured myself an espresso and I stepped outside. My garden is so pretty. And I thought, oh man, I should have invited Janet to come out and sit in my garden and record the show here. But oh well, I'm actually a little too close to Main Street so it's a little bit too much street noise, but it sure is beautiful.
And I would come sit amongst the orange poppies anytime and record a radio show.
Yes. We need to get you some seeds or some little plantlings, little baby plants.
Well, when we wrapped up the show last Tuesday, we had so many more things to talk about that we just couldn't get into them all. And as luck would have it, I had the extra Tourism Tuesday open. So I was glad that you were able, somewhat last minute, to come back and fill us in on all of the other things that are happening.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm so grateful for that. And because, last time we had so much to talk about with the garden tours. Let me tell you, all of the things are happening in towns. Right. So like everything that we missed out on last year, the outdoor street festivals, the music festivals, just those opportunities to get out to the town parks and watch local music and visit with people in your community. It's all back on. July 4th celebrations, all of those things. So I'm really looking forward to a wonderful summer of getting things back to normal and being outside and enjoying our communities. I have my 4 pages of information to share with you today. I can't wait.
Well, let's start with summer art camps, because I'm pretty sure that there is nobody happier across Shenandoah County than parents and kids that camps, and in particular Suzanne's art camp, are coming back this year. So give me the details for that.
Suzanne's studio is just so great with teaching people how to make things, whether it's a painting project or a ceramic project. And at that studio, they're great with kids. So they do summer art camps throughout the entire summer. And thankfully, they are all listed both on their Facebook page, but also on our website. So visit shenandoahcounty.com. If you go to our events page, you'll see it's just filled with little events that Suzanne's studio is doing for kids throughout the summer. Now, also what you might be interested to know is that Suzanne's daughter, Megan, is now the new owner of the studio. She is just super energetic, and it's going to be a really great summer at Suzanne's studio.
She's in Woodstock.
Yes, right on Court Street, right around the corner from the old courthouse. It's a really beautiful space. If you just need something for your kids to do, just a little activity, get them out of the house. If it's a rainy day, especially, and you just want to get out of the house and do something fun, it's a perfect place to go.
Now, we talked last week about the new program that you guys have called Faces of Tourism. Isn't Suzanne's studio on the list of places people would be able to visit?
Yes, in fact. So Faces of Tourism, just as a reminder, is the program that my colleague Brenda Black in the tourism office is putting together. And what it is a series of FAM tours. That's FAM, and that's short for familiarization. So that anybody in the community can sign up for one of these FAM tours and familiarize themselves with one of our tourism spots. The current one is going to be at Woodbine Farm. So it's going to be a tour of both the Woodbine Farms, maybe some portions of the orchards, but also their new tiny houses that have gone up to be little Airbnbs. And let me just tell you, Airbnbs are a really, really hot product in our community because people are wanting to come to the country and spend some time and maybe be a little bit more enclosed in their little bubble in their Airbnb. So those really, really became popular throughout the pandemic. You know, grateful to have those little tiny houses because they're so beautiful. They're up on the hill and you just get a gorgeous view, and they're all just so like new and fresh and beautiful inside. I can't wait for people to see them. So that one is going to be, let's see, June 14th. And if you're interested in participating in one of the fam tours, you just need to contact Brenda Black. So her contact information is bblack@shenandoahcountyva.us, or you can call her at 540-325-0069 and try to get it in by the first of each month because the tours are capped at 20 participants. They're going to be free. So if you're interested in joining in on that, they're free, and they offer you a lunch and a little bag of information, and they're held from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it's just a 2-hour block of time, and you get to learn a little something about our tourism assets in our county.
I'm excited because after our show last week, you arranged for me to be able to attend the one that's happening in June at Woodbine. So I'm sure we're going to talk all about it too at the July show.
I hope so. Yeah. And so Suzanne's studio is coming up on July 12th. That one's going to be a great tour.
Music festivals. You mentioned that a lot of these street festivals and things are coming back. You've got music festivals pretty much from one end of Shenandoah County to the other throughout the summer.
That's a fact. The ones that are for the town of Strasburg are called Front Porch Fridays. And June 11th is Herb and Hanson. And June 18th is the Fringe Benefits Band. June 25th is Edie Blue. And then I think by July, you and I will talk again. So we'll talk about some of the other bands that are coming. But there's going to also be some food trucks. July 9th will be Sexy Mexi. And August 6th is Vittles. And then September 3rd is JP Snow Cones. So the community is invited to bring your lawn chairs, your snacks, bring your bug spray, and then come out for live entertainment. Each Friday, they'll offer a local or regional band for your enjoyment, brews and snacks for sale from a local nonprofit, and a good time. So an official calendar is listed on their website, and they can also be found on the Discover Strasburg Facebook page, as well as the town of Strasburg's website, which is strasburgva.com/events.
And Olivia and I are going to stroll Strasburg on Friday afternoon, the 18th. So I'm sure she is going to gush about how well received they are and talk a little bit more about what people can expect when they come out. So I'm glad that those kinds of things are happening. But Strasburg's not the only place. There are a couple other places in Shenandoah County with music festivals.
As a matter of fact, so coming down, well, actually up the valley, I think that's how it works.
I always get it backwards. I have learned now to quit saying up or down and just say over.
Yeah. Go over to Woodstock. So in the center of the county, go to Woodstock, and their music festival series is called Woodstock Rocks. And starting Friday, June 11th is the Seven Bends Band, which is sort of a classic rock type of band. And there's going to be food from Tony's Pizza, as well as Sugar Creek Snowy and Sweet will be available for purchase beginning at 6 o'clock. And the band takes the stage from 7 to 9. You can bring your favorite beverages and enjoy them responsibly on the lawn while you watch the show. That's going to be at the W.O. Riley Park event lawn and stage area. Music starts at 7, food available for purchase at 6, and it's free admission, of course. Their lineup is the Seven Bends Band on June 11th. July 9th is the Unsuitables, which is rock and roll with a twist of funk and soul. July 23rd is Many Nights Ahead, which is a bluegrass style blues, rock, and hip hop. And August 13th is the Jack Dunlap Band, which is bluegrass. So that's Woodstock Rocks. And then we have also the Crossroads Music Fest, which is down in Newmarket. And that one begins, let's see, in June is Thieves of Burden. In July is Rewind. In August is Sold Out, which is SOULED. I've seen them a couple of times. They are so much fun. And then September 3rd is Seven Bends. So bring a blanket, chairs. You can bring, toys for the kids and let them run around and play. That's at New Market Rebel Park at 9184 John Sevier Road. And if you want more information about that, you can go to newmarketvirginia.com and search for events in the tabs.
And then you have all of these listed at your website too. So somebody can go at a glance, look at all of the events happening on Shenandoah County and basically plan out the next 3 months of their lives for
That's
fun.
right. And visit shenandoahcounty.com and just go to our events calendar.
Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I know there are two big events that are happening. Another one happening in Strasburg over Father's Day, and Woodstock is bringing back some of their events, and they're commingling, I think, two of them together. Can we talk details for that when we come back?
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Kary Haun. We are pre-recording it, of course, for Tourism Tuesday, Shenandoah County edition. We're going to be back to find out about more events happening across Shenandoah County in just a couple of minutes.
Got a financial decision to make or a goal to reach, but you don't know where to start? You've come to the right place. Introducing Quick Money Chats with the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program. Visit tinyurl.com/quickmoneychat to schedule a virtual chat with a staff member or trained volunteer. We won't tell you what to do, but we will give you the tools you need to choose wisely. And because Virginia Cooperative Extension is part of Virginia Tech and Virginia State, your land-grant universities, you can be sure that our information is credible and trustworthy. And you'll know that we aren't trying to sell you something. Maybe you want to improve your credit score, or reduce your banking overdraft fees, or even figure out if you can afford to buy that car. Sorting through tons of information on the internet can be overwhelming, and sometimes it can be hard to know who to trust. Schedule a quick money chat and get the information you need to take action. Go to tinyurl.com/quickmoneychat and get financial education personalized for you.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Tuesday, Tourism Tuesday, that is, Shenandoah County edition. We are pre-recording our conversation with Kary Haun from Shenandoah County Tourism. She's getting a twofer this month because there are so many things happening in Shenandoah County. We couldn't cover everything last week when we chatted. So, Kary, when we went to break, we had wrapped up in Newmarket with some of the music, the live music that's happening in Newmarket. So let's work our way back to Woodstock because they're combining two of their really cool events into one coming up, right?
Yeah. So the Vintage Woodstock is one that's been around for a while that is developed by the Enhancement Committee in Woodstock. It's June 19th, and that's sort of in Court Square. And it's your classic street festival with music and food and a beer garden. So plenty to eat and drink and listen to music and visit with people. But it's also in combination now with VECA, which is the Valley Educational Center for the Creative Arts. Shenandoah County Tourism and the Chamber of Commerce, they're hosting their Shenandoah Valley Art Fest. They did it once already, not last year, but the year before. They had their Art Fest, and the whole thing takes place from 2 in the afternoon till 10 at night. The Art Fest sort of ends at around 8. It's a street festival, so it's both art and your classic street festival with food, music. And I was there 2 years ago and had a really, really great time. Everybody came out, and so we're hoping for like another really big festival this year. It looks like there's going to be 30 artists this year.
Wow.
So that's a really big show. Yeah.
And that's a good sign because a lot of localities, a lot of nonprofits, a lot of businesses in 2019 had these new events. And then here comes COVID and nobody could do anything in 2020. So I'm really glad that they're sticking to their 2019 plan in 2021 and still moving full steam ahead.
That's right. And if you want to know more information about the Shenandoah Valley Art Fest and Vintage Woodstock, you can go to townofwoodstockva.com/events, and you can find everything you need to know about those two events. You can also follow the Woodstock Enhancement Committee on Facebook. They're always posting information both about their Woodstock Rocks program and the various events that are happening in town. And you can also, of course, go to our website, visit shenandoahcounty.com and go to events.
And it's free admission to this event in Woodstock, right?
Yes, in fact. And obviously you would need to purchase tickets to buy beer or wine or cider at their beer garden area. You can purchase food at the various food trucks, but stand and listen to music is free.
It's the best of all community.
Yeah, exactly. I just know that when I was there 2 years ago, like I couldn't go 2 feet without seeing somebody I knew and talking, and it was a really good time.
So now let's head over to
Over.
Strasburg, or back to Strasburg, since we did start there. I guess we
Yes.
can technically say back to Strasburg,
Go back to-
because bless Olivia's heart, she
Yeah.
comes up with the coolest ideas for events, and Father's Day is going to be no exception.
That's right. Well, so Strasburg does something called fish fry float for Father's Day. We use a little alliteration there. So the fish fry float is so cool. It's a big community festival celebrating Father's Day. You can find places to put in and float with a tube, bring your kayak, bring your canoe, and come down and float the Shenandoah River in Strasburg. And then there's going to be food, activities, and then of course a fish fry. So there will also be a live animal presentation, live music, fun family-friendly games, including a cornhole tournament and a tug of war. There will be an opportunity to paddle the river. There'll be local beer, wine, food, and loads of opportunities for learning. So it will be an event to remember. Also, there will be a sign up for a free kayak trip. And you'll want to go to their website is strasburgva.com/events. Find the fish fry float, and there's a link there to a free kayak trip. This event will be hosted by the Friends of the North Fork of the Shenandoah River, the town of Strasburg, and Lord Fairfax Soil and Water Conservation District.
And my understanding is you can still participate in this and do all of the fun stuff, even if you don't really want to get on the river and float. They're not inclusive of each other.
That's right. Yeah, you don't have to do all the things. You can just come and have a fish fry. You can come and celebrate dads. You can just come and visit with people. You can come and just join the cornhole tournament. So yeah, there's a lot of really great potential for activities there. Bring the whole family, float if you want to.
And where are all the activities happening?
They are happening at the Strasburg Town Park, which is 295 Park Road.
So when is the fish fry float? Is it on Father's Day? Is it that weekend? What is the date?
It's June 20th, which I believe is Father's Day because it's a Sunday.
Which kind of makes sense, I guess.
It certainly does.
Although sometimes they do those events on a Saturday instead of on the actual day of whatever the holiday is they're talking about. It's like the fireworks that
right.
aren't always on the 4th of July, but there are different counties or different towns in Shenandoah County that are going to be doing fireworks this year, right?
That's right. So I scoured the websites of the various towns, and there's a couple of towns that I've seen that are in fact hosting their fireworks event. And that would be town of Newmarket at their community park, which is 9670 Cadet Road in Newmarket. They're doing that on July 5th, which is a Monday. But there will be food, fun, friends, family, and fireworks. They also have music by Sound Solutions from 5 to 6:30, and live entertainment by Little Walter and the Convictions at 6:30. Fireworks begin at 9:20, and you can bring chairs or blankets for comfort. Pets and alcohol are not permitted at this event.
As people are listening to this, it's Tuesday, June 8th. There is still a real possibility that between now and July 4th, other localities throughout Shenandoah County may decide, hey, we're going to do fireworks too, and announce.
Yeah, and they probably already are in the works in planning, and I just didn't see it posted. So I feel like it's very likely. But Woodstock does have theirs posted. Theirs is actually going to be on July 4th. And that's at the fairgrounds at 9:30. And from my experience, there isn't a lot going on before the fireworks. Just people begin to gather sort of later in the evening. And at 9:30, they start the fireworks because that's when it's dark.
And everything that we've talked about today, links to more details, can be found on your website, right?
Yeah, and I know I've said it before, but it's visitshenandoahcounty.com. And you can go directly to the events tab and see everything that's happening in Shenandoah County from now through the rest of the summer.
And then follow you obviously on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Google and all
Pinterest,
of the things.
YouTube. Exactly. You can find us.
Well, Kary, thank you for coming back for the second time in a row and filling me in on all of the other stuff. Now I won't see you until July.
Well, and I'm sure that I will have plenty more to talk about in July.
We are going to wrap up our conversation for Tourism Tuesday Shenandoah County edition. We have been chatting with Kary Haun from Shenandoah County Tourism. Again, we can't say it enough. Visit shenandoahcounty.com/events for everything. You can also search Faces of Tourism to find out what the schedule is for that for the rest of the season. Again, I'm going to be at the one at Woodbine, so if it's not too late to get registered, I would reach out to Brenda Black as soon as possible. You get to hang out with me for a couple hours. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, I love it.
I will be back tomorrow for the Valley Business Today, and it's Lorraine's turn at the mic. So we are chatting with a few people from Page County's Economic Development and Tourism Office. So meet me back here tomorrow a few minutes after noon. Gina is going to join me for that show.